Be strong.
Welcome to Fit Beauty's Talk. I'm Sonia Lewis.
Kate Fit Barbie.
And Bree Wigley.
Yes, today we will have on 3 times. I made that correction because I thought it was 2, but it's 3-time Olympian Miss Natoshia Coleman. So I'm just going to bring her in.
Yay. Yes, queen.
Natasha!
Wait, connect it to
Wait,
audio.
here you go.
There we go.
There we go. Hello.
Hi, hello. How you doing?
Hello, you girl.
Ah,
All right, so welcome to Fit Beauty's Talk. If you can just give us a little any intro.
about what? Me?
Just
Hi,
your name.
Natasha Coleman, IFBB Bikini Pro.
Yes.
Olympian 3 times.
Yes.
3-time Olympian.
3 times. I make that correction. 3 times.
3 times.
Yes. Queen of the pixie cut at that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes.
It's looking a little flat right now because I just got done with my workout and got out of the shower and whatnot, but you know, it's still cute.
Girl, you look great.
Awesome. We are so glad to have you today. So all the spotlight, all the questions are basically going to be on you.
All right.
Uh-huh.
And you know, congratulations on your 2nd place at Chicago Pro. I thought you looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
So how'd you feel? You know,
Felt good. It was the first show, you know, with James. And so I think we did a really good job. I think we cut down a little too far, but we know it's possible. Like, we work well together. We're both passionate. And the team that we have is great. Like, I love those guys, you know, they really support me. They're understanding, and it could have gone left. It could have, you know, not worked. So I'm
yeah, I mean, you looked incredible on stage. Of course, I thought you were a little bit leaner than I've normally seen you, a little bit more muscular, a little bit harder than your usual normal physique. But you were still beautiful on stage. Your posing was gorgeous. I mean, I saw you made some adjustments to that as well. So I think you really stood out and you look very polished on stage. So kudos to you.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I seen you on stage too.
Mm-hmm.
I like your hardness. I like a bikini that's a little bit harder. But I love your look. Of course, you may feel that you're a little bit lean, okay, whatever. But the hardness, I think you should keep with just a little bit of fullness, and you'll be right there.
Yeah. I gave you that one, Tasha. I was like, that's hers. That's her title. And I was like, oh.
Because sometimes we try to go with other people's physique to, you know, be with them, but you have to go with your physique that, you know, complements you and the best you look, because we all try thick, we all try small. It don't work, but
Okay.
Y'all saw that last year?
when we're lean.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they like us lean.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, like, I prefer a leaner physique because my waist isn't as small as you know, Sonia's or Bree. So like, I have to come in like really
To get
small
your waist,
snatched, you know. And even still, I wanted it to be smaller because
I thought your waist was phenomenal.
Thank you, but like for me, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted it just like a little smaller, but sometimes you just have to understand, like, your body is just shaped differently, you know, and I understand that, but I still want that small snatch.
We always want what we don't have.
Right, so, you know, I think
your shoulders,
we did definitely come in a lot leaner, and James realized it. He was like, oh shoot, like, you need to eat. And he kept feeding me and feeding me and feeding me. And the more he fed me, the more I dropped. So it was just...
Your body was peaking already.
Yeah. And, you know, I appreciate getting ready earlier.
Yeah.
Because all we had to do is just maintain. And, you know, he lives in Canada, so it's much more difficult for him to see my physique and what it looks like through videos.
Yeah.
I looked fuller in videos, and then he saw me in person. He's like, yeah, you're lean.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see him in person. And then it was a nice surprise too, because he wasn't going to be able to come, with everything happening. And then, he made a way out of a way. So
awesome. I know we just jumped right in, but I just want to take the people back just a little bit. Kind of tell us how long you've been competing. Where'd you go pro? And yeah.
So I've been competing for 8 years. I started in 2013. Is that 8 years? That's 7 years, right? Anyway,
yeah,
I've been competing since 2013.
About to be 8 years.
Yeah.
Because I started prepping 2013 February, so it's getting close to 8 years. But I turned pro 2016 at NPC Universe.
All right, that's coming up.
Yes, I'm going to do my best to get to Universe because it's where I graduated.
Yeah.
So I always want to go and support that show. It's always a fun show. It's a well-run show. It's usually a very large show. So yeah, it should be good. What else did you ask me?
Your first pro win. What about your first pro win?
My first pro win was here in Atlanta. It was the NPC Atlantic USA.
What year was that? Because we haven't had a pro show since I guess you.
Yeah. So I turned pro in July at NPC Universe in 2016, and then weeks later there was a pro show here in Atlanta. Did that, nervous as all get out because I was like, I just didn't know what my pro physique looked like, because I had just stepped off the stage. I got second. I didn't even win first place.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I took second to Sammy. I don't know her last name, but gorgeous, stunner. She wore a black suit, fabulous. But she won first. I got second, and I was I wasn't sure if my physique was ready to be on the pro stage, but it was here. It made sense, so we just went with it, and I ended up winning the show.
That is crazy. I did not know that about you.
Insane. And so then that was actually the last qualifying spot for Olympia that year. So I then got catapulted into the Olympia.
That's crazy. That is amazing. And look at you now, 3 times.
I remember Natasha when she was an amateur. I did her makeup.
You did.
You did the overall, and you had a lot of muscle. When you had a lot of muscle, and so I want to get into how did you tone down your muscles? Because a lot of women, they're torn between figure, bikini, wellness. Well, now wellness. And how did you do it successfully with the muscle you had? Because people are like, oh, I said, no, she has some muscle.
Yeah, I was stacked. You saw me. And you can see it at North Americans. I think it was 2014, maybe 2015. I think it was 2014. North Americans, I had a lot of muscle. So we had to atrophy my entire body. And let me tell you, that's not fun for anyone, because not only are you not eating a lot of food, you're also doing a lot of cardio, and you're not lifting a lot of weight. So the person who has to deal with you is dealing with somebody who's not very happy at all. So essentially I had to undereat, do a lot of cardio, and overtrain my muscles in order to get rid of them. Yeah. And my upper body, I had to stop training. I didn't train my upper body until I got with James.
Yes, and you can tell. Your upper body's phenomenal. I was telling Coach K, obviously, I was like, oh my God, her shoulders, she's so muscular. She's like, she's always been muscular.
No, so he was making fun of my little baby shoulders. She's like, oh, you need to
you need to bring them shoulders back, girl.
I brought him back. But that was why we stopped, my old coach and I, that's why we stopped lifting them, because once they touch weights, it's like, we're here. Hi.
That's great for you. Some people struggle with shoulders or legs or you know, whatever body part, you know, we all have a struggle with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have a struggle.
Yeah. I want to ask, okay, so you asked, I mean, you already told us how long you've been competing. I know a lot of people send me some questions to ask you.
We want to know.
Oh, they want to know, how is it rocking your short hair? Do you feel more comfortable in your hair? Do you feel naked? More beautiful? How is it rocking your hair? Is it less, you know, maintenance? You ain't got to worry about it?
It's not less maintenance. So to answer the first few, it's scary. You feel naked because, you know, there's nothing to hide, you know, an overdeveloped back, or, you know, the leanness in your back that naturally comes when you get stage lean. So it's a scary, it's a risk. It's a scary thing to do. And I can remember, you know, talking to Sonia backstage at Iowa, and she's like, "So you're not gonna wear a wig?" And I was like, "No, they're gonna. I literally said they're gonna take me as I am." You know, it just, I was, not that I don't like the hair flips, not that I don't like my wigs and my weaves and, you know, all of the inches, because I loved it and it's fun and it's playful. But I think I reached a point in my life and like my personal life that I was just like, you know what? I'm done like sugarcoating stuff. I'm done hiding things. I'm just like, you're either gonna love me or you're gonna hate me. And that's okay, either way. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that.
That's everybody.
I love that. What advice would you give to women who want to wear the short hair? Because I would say the short hair for you is fit-in, because you, to me, you're developed all over from, you know, from top to bottom. And you're symmetrical when you come down because you kind of know, I guess, maybe where your stage weight kind of needs to be. But so what would you tell someone else that may want to go with a shorter hairstyle for a bikini?
Know the risks. Do it right. Make sure you get your hair done professionally. Keep your hair healthy. If your hair is a little thin like me, get it colored dark, pitch black. You know, just something that's rich, you know. It's not any cheaper than buying a great wig or great hair or a sew-in. Like, it's not. It's probably more expensive because you got to trim this thing, and if you don't, you look like a crackhead. So so it's, you know, it's expensive, but do it right. Know what you're getting into. Also, make sure your body is balanced, because sometimes having hair kind of balances out the lower body, especially for Black females who tend to be a little bottom heavy or just a little rounder in the glute area. It makes your shoulders not look so tiny or small up top. Maybe someone has like a less developed back, and, you know, you don't have that V taper to make your waist look that much smaller. The hair helps with that. So short hair is not for everybody. I am all for people being authentic and feeling like, you know, this is me, take me as I am. But at the same time, competing is expensive. And if it doesn't fit your body type, don't waste the money. Like, get the wig.
Great advice.
Not the shaking.
And if you're not that cute, you don't need to do it.
That part.
So, Natasha, I have a question. Has any of the judges given you feedback on your hair? Like, what has their response been about kind of your shortness?
So I surveyed some people who, you know, I trust, and you know, I've developed friendships with outside of like competition, you know. And I was just like, what do you think? Like, shoot it to me straight, because I'm going to do it regardless, but I just kind of want to know your opinion. And they were just like, you look great. Like, it works for you. If you feel more comfortable with your short hair, do that.
And I think it shows on stage that you are confident with you.
It took a second though. It took a second, because Indie Pro 2019, last year, one, I didn't come in lean enough. Two, you know, I was on the rocks with my coach, and I wore a wig on stage for the first time, and I didn't have my glam team there to, you know, properly place it and all that stuff. So I was kind of going into it blind, but it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like me. So
and you change your suit color that.
and I did a whole bunch of things that nobody should do.
Right, a lot.
Don't be me.
Yeah,
But
okay,
it's part of your process.
And you're not ready for stage. Don't change your suit in a new body. Just if it's not broke, don't fix it.
But I love that you did try. You know, sometimes you gotta try to figure out what exactly is your style, what you want to bring to the stage. You know,
You got to make your mistakes in order to
learn. Yeah.
Now, are you going to have a new suit color for Olympia, or are you going to stick with the red?
Ooh, or is you gonna surprise us?
I'll surprise you.
I love the red on you.
Red is not my favorite color, but I like red on you.
Yeah. You like the chocolate candy bar.
Yeah, I can see a brighter red, or maybe even a darker red on you as well.
Yeah,
like a cranberry.
We might do something brighter.
Yeah.
I say go with the blue, girl. Go with the blue.
Go with the blue.
Red.
Love light.
Red.
I don't know, that light blue tealish color. I think would be pretty on you. But that's my opinion, you know.
Red is her. Red is her.
I'm not a fan of red, but I think red is you maybe a brighter red. I think like a red with maybe like some pink stones.
I think yours has pink stones. No.
No. Okay. So funny thing. My suit is red fabric, and it has the cyan shimmer.
Like the blue
stones, but the stones have like a bluish kind of tint to them.
Oh, okay.
And when the light hits it, it looks hot pink.
It does look pink. I thought so too.
Yeah. So my coach loves it. You know, it photographs well. Everyone seems to really love it. So we might just kind of go with it and just make it hot pink.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a question. Okay, so what are your plans? Are we ready to talk about Olympia, or did y'all have some more questions?
No, go ahead. We can just.
Oh, okay. What are your plans like from this point? You know, continuing to prep up until Olympia. Like, are you going to be changing some things? What's that looking like? As much as you want to say, or it's not.
Well, so because we did come in, because we came all the way down, we brought her all the way down. This will be an easier prep for Olympia. Easier as in I don't have to cut down as hard, but I have to maintain, which is sometimes much more difficult to do because, you know, the body is made to adapt. So we have to, I don't know the mastermind plan, but we're having to maintain where I'm at, or at least a couple of pounds above where we want to be in order to bring it all the way down. Yeah. But I don't know. We might do another show beforehand.
Girl, do it. You're already lean.
So we'll see. It just depends on the show. Like, I mean, like there's only like what 4 or 5 shows left.
Yeah, but you could get an early qualification if you choose to compete next year. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. Good. There's nothing solidified yet. Let's just say that. But he's keeping me in striking range. Yeah. So.
Excellent.
Oh, great. Okay, I want to ask you, what motivates you on prep? What keeps you focused? Who is one of your favorite bikini competitors? Who inspires you in the bodybuilding industry?
Ooh, so what keeps me motivated? What keeps me motivated? Untapped potential keeps me motivated. And I say that just because, you know, we get comfortable. And when I'm comfortable, it's never a good thing because I start slacking and, you know, I don't feel like I have purpose and just not, it's not a good place for me. I'm always more comfortable being uncomfortable. And so that's probably what motivates me the most. But seeing some of these ladies' stories and, you know, hearing, you know, what they're going through in their lives, and, you know, watching them succeed and watching them reach their goals, like that motivates me to like, oh, well, shoot, like you think I motivate you, like you're motivating me and you have no idea. Or them reaching an accomplishment, or watching someone step on stage who has short hair now, you know, and then like getting a message like, hey, like you motivated me to do this. And it's like, oh shoot, now I can't show up out of shape. Like, you know, so it's like, it's those things that kind of, you know, round it all out. My favorite bikini competitors, I'm talking to some of them, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard. Like, I think everyone is, I shouldn't say everyone. Well, I mean, we're all in the same boat. You know, we're all dieting. We're all trying to achieve something. I don't know if I have like a favorite.
What made you want to get into competing? How about that?
Okay.
Ooh, so this is so cliche. I left a bad relationship. I was in a domestic violence relationship, and you know, I felt like he took my power, you know. And one day I saw a photo of Amanda Lantona in a red suit. She had abs, her booty was fat, and, and she had like pretty hair, pretty makeup, and she was just so sassy on stage. And I looked at it, and my boyfriend at the time, who happened to also be my coach, I was like, that's what I want to do.
That's awesome.
I want to compete. Had no idea, had never been to an Olympia, I've heard of the Arnold, but I had never seen bikini at the Arnold. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, I think this was like 2013, February 2013 that I saw this photo. That's like when bodybuilding.com was like big. You know what I mean? So, so, you know, it was just one of those things where I was like, okay, bodybuilding.com, gotta get my subs, you know, I gotta, you know, do all this research, and it was one of those things where it was all encompassing, and I was so interested in it. And, you know, I told myself, if I'm going to do it, I want to be great at it. And that's how I look at a lot of things in my life. Like, if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to not waste my time, but like, if I'm going to give my energy to it, I want to be great. And yeah, now we're here.
You are now.
Now you look at you, 3-time Olympia.
That we all look up to. We all have that goal and dream. So you are doing it for us, and you are keeping us inspired. I love it.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Ooh, I have one more question. Okay, so I know we just talked about kind of like your past and, you know, how you got to this point. What are some of your like goals for the future, and what you hope to accomplish? Maybe outside of bodybuilding, or, you know, within bodybuilding.
Okay, so let's start outside of bodybuilding. I would like to be married. I'd like to be married and have like a little family.
So wait, are you dating? Oh yeah, dude.
How do I know this is gonna like?
You gotta be dating.
You gotta say who it is. You ain't gotta say it.
You can't blow her cover, Sonia. You don't blow her cover.
Gosh, I started sweating, y'all.
This is Beauty Talk. We get the real on here. Okay.
Okay, so there is someone important in my life. Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
So family.
I have a family. I'd like to, you know, travel a little bit more, drink a little bit more wine, more pasta, you know. But inside of bodybuilding,
like, do you see yourself doing another Olympia next year? Because we all know you're that great. I think that of course you would get there, you know, again. But do you see yourself doing that?
Possibly, yeah. I think it's because James and I haven't had like a full year together, Olympia to Olympia. I think that's fair to do. You give everything a year, you know. So quite possibly, yes.
Yes.
Be in Olympia 2021 for sure. For this Olympia, I mean, my goal honestly is, you know, to show the hell up. You know, I want to break that top 10. I want to, you know,
We need top 5.
That's what I tell her all the time. I'm like, shoot for the stars.
You have to put that out in the universe. You know what I'm saying? You got to put it higher than. Yeah, that's cool.
wanna
But you need
win.
top 5.
Yes,
I need to see some.
That's like,
Yes, I need to see some
Melanin Barbie.
skin, Ebony's skin on the top 5 in Olympia because we have not yet had that. So that's what we want.
Never happened.
Because you will inspire all the melanin sisters.
Like,
absolutely.
So yeah, so that's my bodybuilding goal currently, and then to be invited to the Arnold again, because I also got invited my rookie year. Like,
nice.
So I turned pro 2016, won my first pro show, got invited to the Olympia, and then got invited to the Arnold the following year.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Girl.
Yeah, you definitely. I think you should definitely get invited for next year too.
That's amazing.
I'll apply for it this year.
Yeah.
I haven't applied in some time just because it's just like there's so many other good girls that like.
Doesn't matter. Do it. Just do it anyway. All they can say is no. They say no to us all the time. So
Yeah, they do.
I know all the time.
Yeah, I mean that's probably like my current goal in body. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
What do you do as a career? Because a lot of people want to know, like, how do you manage competing, eating, and having a full-time, if you have a job, if you're an entrepreneur, what do you do for money?
I work time. I work 9 to 5. Well, 8 to 6.
Oh.
So, but that provides, you know, money to be able to do the things that I want to do. You know, now I'm privileged enough to be able to work from home, you know, when so many people are not, or so many people have lost their jobs. And so I don't take that for granted at all. I work in HR for a law firm. So.
Great. So you're like a corporate woman.
I am a corporate woman. Yeah, I put the suit on, honey.
So you can let them know there is balance. You can still work and you can still compete and you still have a relationship and everything else.
Absolutely. Yeah. You just have to organize your life in a manner that, you know, you're able to do it. And I feel like for me on the weekends, it's more difficult for me to remember to eat opposed to during the week, Monday through Friday, when I'm, you know, going and I'm working and I have timers going off and everything like that. Like, I feel like it's so much easier for me to do that than on the weekends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Freestyling.
Now, I would like to know, and we all know you use liquid sun rays, right? So how do you get this beautiful tan that you always achieve on stage? Like, do you have some tips for everyone out there?
Yes. So taking care of the skin is so important. And I didn't realize that until I cut my hair off. So I have my system now. I use the activated charcoal soap most of the year, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm not using that charcoal soap. I'm using the Shea Moisture black soap.
Okay.
And I usually do that after I do my cardio, just because it's like I'm all sweaty and gross and it just kind of cleanses and purifies the skin, right? I also change my moisturization. Does that make sense? I change I change with the seasons. So I will do oils and heavier butter creams in the wintertime, and then I'll do lighter oils in like the summertime and springtime.
Oh, that's new.
I need to keep my skin moisturized. I have eczema, so I have no choice but to keep my skin moisturized.
Well, those are good tips.
Yeah, and exfoliating is important, especially week of show. Exfoliate the elbows, exfoliate the knees, exfoliate the feet and the ankles and the little scrunchy thing on your Achilles tendon. All of that, like you really.
Bree is listening very intently.
Got it.
He just around. Charcoal. I'm sending you some charcoal.
Peak week is like this like spa week for me. It's like I get to do face masks, I get to, you know, whiten my teeth. I get to like just do all this like fun stuff that sometimes during prep gets like lost because you're doing cardio, you're lifting, you're sleeping, you're eating, or you're cooking. So it's like, when do you have time for like you? Like self-care is so important. So peak week is kind of like my favorite week.
So how was this prep with your new coach different than any of your other preps? Do you feel like it was much easier, a little bit hard? I mean, prep to me is hard regardless of, I guess, whomever you're with. But in comparisons, because this is the first time you've had a new coach, right?
Ever. Like James is my second coach that I've ever had. So it was a new experience for sure. I had to go into it very open-minded because I was stuck in the, oh, well, my body doesn't like this, or my body doesn't respond well to X, Y, and Z, or I can't do this workout, or, you know, just like things that I feel like if I would have said to him, he would have been hella annoyed. You know, if you're going to hire somebody, like let them do their job, you know what I mean? And let them figure it out. Because if you set a precedent that you're not going to do A, B, and C, what's the point of working with you?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we started after my 30th birthday, and that photo was not nice.
But your check-in?
Yeah, my first check-in.
Oh. I go show you on my check-in.
I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe like I'm a 2-time Olympian and I look like this. And my new coach is going to see me. What in the world? But like, I had just eaten like 30 cupcakes, a bottle of tequila, you know what I mean? So like,
oh yeah, because your birthday.
Yeah, like literally the week after my birthday is when we started. Like 7 days after my birthday.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah. You didn't even have time to try to work it off.
Nope. I was just like, take me as I am. This is what you get. But you know, I checked in every 10 days. He, you know, kept me accountable, and you know, I have been checking in. People don't realize I have been checking in every 10 days since April.
Oh
like,
wow.
Yeah, girl. Like he is no BS. Like he is like, all right, we should check in. We should check in. And like, there's only so many times that he'll ask for it. Before like
sound like me.
Like, right now, call me when you're ready.
So I had to like take responsibility of that. And you know, it felt good to have someone just as involved as you were in it. And, I mean, it's just it just feels good, you know. Not that my other coach wasn't like involved, but like there was a relationship there also, you know. So
it's different. Yeah, we have a relationship and a coach. Yeah,
it's just different, you know. And like walking on eggshells, not wanting to upset the girlfriend, but still wanting her to do good at shows.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
It'd be hard for anybody.
Yes.
You know. So, so I'm glad that's not the issue. But you know, I was very happy with my food. So he fed me well. And you know, when we first started, he was like, don't lose weight. Like you're not losing body fat right now. My body kept burning like through it. Like just, he was just like, you're not supposed to be losing body fat right now.
Well, he can't control that.
Oh, I know. But that's the thing. Was like the more food he gave me, the more I would lose. And
because
so
your body not used to that, so your body just responding. Your body used to something, so
I mean, for you, your body was responding because you don't know if your metabolism would have been slow, or with you, I think you used to do like more like a keto, I guess I would say, diet. So to eat a well-rounded diet or balance with more carbs is shockingly like, wow, your body loves that and it works.
So good. But yeah, it has been a great experience. And I think it's been a great experience for me just because I knew what I was getting myself into, and I knew the level of competitors that he has, you know. So I knew I was coming into a situation where like, if you're not going to give your all, don't waste my time. So,
okay. So next question.
I'm so happy you're happy.
thank you.
Yes, that's good. But my question is, what made you want to choose him out of all the coaches, or what was that thing that you were like, you know what, I'm going to choose James that's in Canada?
You know, I had kind of been following him and Laura Lee and Jen for a little while. And, you know, I had spoken to Jen. I was like, hey, like, do you have any recommendations? Like, I know you have your coach or whatever, but like, he's in Canada, like, it's not going to really work. But like, do you know of any other coaches that are like no BS, that like really kind of, you know, take pride in their competitors? And she was like, you're talking about my coach. So, you know, I think the deciding factor was more so that he was willing to work with me, and willing to, like, to have a conversation with me, opposed to just like throw weights at my face. You know what I mean? I can appreciate that, because he knows his value, right? And I know his value, but I also know like how much money I make. So you know what I mean? But no, like he's a character, as everyone knows, but he's a genuine person. He's really nice. So I think that was the other thing that really stuck out to me, because I had reached out to some other coaches and they didn't respond. So
What?
yeah, I don't know whether or not my internet connection just didn't send the message through or whatever, but like, I'm okay. Okay.
Well, what was supposed to happen, you know, happened. So
Right. Yeah. And, you know, no hard feelings. I mean, it just is what it is. Maybe they just have too many athletes. Maybe they just, you know, I don't know.
Yep. Any other questions, ladies?
So what's the first thing that you ate after the show? Because I'm all about the food, you know.
Ooh, Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. I had the pumpkin spice Krispy Kreme donut.
Oh, okay. You had the, okay,
Yeah.
like a specialty.
You just-
Not just like a random Krispy Kreme. Like, it was like, it fell apart in my hands. It was so fresh. We had Holman and Finch burgers, a double Holman and Finch burger with
oh my goodness.
fries. Yeah, honey. Yeah, I was done. Like, after that, I was like, okay, I can go sleep.
I meant to ask you, have you ever done Chicago Pro before?
Yes, so I did Chicago Pro in 2017, I believe. Yeah, 2017. I came in way too small.
So did you do well at Chicago Pro 2017?
I'm gonna sound like a brat. I placed.
Okay.
So
Question: when you don't place for a show, do it makes you does it unmotivate you or does it motivate you? Because some people get discouraged, like, you know what, I'm done with this. I ain't doing no more shows.
yeah,
And some people like, oh, it's fuel to the fire. Like me, it's like fuel to the fire. Other people like, oh no. Me, I'm like, I'm going show. I don't give a dang.
yeah, because I mean, the thing is, like, the judging panel changes, you know. So someone who doesn't like your look one week could love your look the next, and that's literally what that has happened to me.
Yeah.
I went to World Clash in 2018. I got 11th or 10th or something like that. Maybe, I think it was 11th. And the following week, I won a show.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's like, you can't be mad
Yeah.
about placement, because if you've done the work and you love how you look, who gives a flying what you place? You know what I mean? Like, who cares? I mean, yes, it's expensive, but it's, you know, it's part of the game. It's a subjective sport. And, you know, bikini is so, like,
Hard.
That's the most
subjective
and not they have like no rules. Like it'd be call outs, it'd be a thick girl, a thin girl.
They
no
have
shoulders, with shoulders. I'm like, they all over the place. I'm like,
they have rules and guidelines, but they don't really follow them that well as they would like figure and women's physique and bodybuilding.
But I do think that they're coming around to following it more based off of last weekend, just because they have.
Yeah, I like how they judge the Chicago Pro. I think they
did really well. Yes.
Yeah.
I love Steve. Steve, I mean, he's like cut and dry. Either you're it or you're not it.
And he don't smile, he don't do nothing.
No. He's like,
You were like, dang.
And like, you like, what are you looking at? You looking at my kneecap? Like, you can't like look down. It's, you know what I mean?
He is consistent.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He doesn't get too excited about certain things. He's just very just like chill.
Yeah.
And I can respect that. And, you know, I'm happy that I turned pro at his show because I can always go back, you know, and yeah, it's just it's a good feeling to be able to be judged by the person whose show that you turn pro at. It's just like, I don't know. For me, I'm so sappy. Like, it's just like,
is that advice to give to new pros to follow the judge that like you?
Yeah. I say yes.
Sonya, it's about Tasha, okay?
You could definitely, I mean, there is benefit in doing that,
Mhm.
but it also, you kind of close off, you know, your exposure, right?
Mhm.
You kind of want to at least test every judge. I won't be competing in California, but I know that for me, I feel like my body type is not that look. I don't look good soft.
So you think West Coast, they like more softer bodies?
That's what it seems like. But you know, who knows? I could be wrong. I've never gone out there.
Exactly.
I've never gone out there.
Because I'm looking at Ashley Cartweiser, and she's kind of hard. She's been going hard, and she's been on West Coast, and she's been winning.
Well, she's also 3-time Miss Olympia.
I'm just saying, a body is a body.
That is true. This is true. This is true. That's true. But yeah, no. If she doesn't come in tight,
She too thick.
Yeah. And she's another one who comes in much leaner than, you know, other competitors who look better soft.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I like Ashley, her personality. She's a very sweet girl.
yeah, she's very bubbly. She has a lot of energy. Even though, you know, she's probably hungry.
Yeah.
So it's like
She loves to compete.
That's the thing. You can't be mad at somebody who likes to compete. It just is what it is. Like, this is not like, you know,
get your one win and sit down.
Yeah, no.
Not me.
We're here to compete with you're competing against the best people
in the world, yeah.
IFBB league. Like, if you don't want to compete with the best, don't be in the best league.
Yeah, that's true.
New pros are always constantly changing. It's always a new pro, always a new pro. You never know who's gonna come. You never know who can go out there and just beat Ashley K. And like Daraja, she beat Ashley K. Thank you. You know, so I'm sure Ashley K is like, well, you know what? That's never gonna
me.
That's not gonna happen no more.
Stunning. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So yeah, I saw her and I was like, yeah, I'm not it today. I saw her at Hurricane. I was like, nope, I'm not it today. All right. Well, let me get a photo. No, but she's really sweet and she was really nervous. But I can remember telling her, like, look, there's a dark horse in every single show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't.
Because I knew I had it, but I didn't.
Oh my God, girl, I thought you had it. 1 point difference. That was
a
difference. Yeah.
But I wouldn't have rather have lost to anybody else. Like, Daraja is so sweet, and she's a darn good competitor. So it's all love. I'll be back one day.
I see those veins. I see it. I see the vascularity. So,
girl, I'm the furthest thing from lean.
She's like, I see that vein on your wrist, though.
Yeah, I see it. I see what you're doing.
It was great talking. I know we don't want to keep you too long. I know you got to prep and get your beauty sleep.
Yeah, you know I'm a grandma. You know my bedtime is 15 minutes.
Oh, well, we thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is so inspiring.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys for having me.
Yes. So is there anything that you would want to say to the people before we say bye-bye?
Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with my goofy self. Thank you guys for having me. Like, this was awesome. I wish that, you know, I'm glad that you guys have started this now, but I wish that like this was out like a year ago. Like, you guys are so great. You guys are great. Like, this is because we don't have anything like this, you know? So I feel like sometimes not that, yeah, I feel like we get overlooked sometimes. Like as far as interviews go, or, being asked
Because a
things.
lot of people interview the bodybuilders, the figure girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to get with, the bikini girls, especially the women of color. That's because not too many of us that on your level. So you inspire a lot of women of color to, motivate them and to keep going and don't give up. So yeah, we really,
We love you,
look
girl.
up.
You're
Yeah.
gonna make me cry. Stop it. I'm still sensitive, y'all.
Yeah, that's prep.
You get to be a little bit more personable, so they get to know you and your story, so much you've shared that a lot of us don't know, because we just see the glitz and the glam, and sometimes you're on there posting and sometimes you're not, so we got
Sometimes
a little
ghosts. Sometimes I'm ghosts.
Nothing's wrong with that.
I'm trying to stay more consistent, because it's just, for me, it's just, I just do it. I don't always document it like some people. And like, I'm trying to get better at documenting, but I'm just like, what do people want to see?
We want to see your prep to the Olympia. We would love to see.
Road to Olympia.
Yes, road to the Olympia. I think sharing that with a lot of us, and we might get to learn some tips and some tricks and stuff that you do, and it could help someone.
Okay, well, I will do better. How about that? I'll do better.
Well, thank you.
We're all cheering for
Thank
you.
And I'm glad you took the time out.
Absolutely. For my girls, yes.
We love you, Tasha.
Of course. Yeah, there's no way I would have said no. No way.
Well, we're glad to have you. Come back anytime.
Yes.
After your win or your top 3, okay?
Yes, honey.
Yes.
Right, I will definitely be back.
Good.
Awesome.
Well, have a great night. Enjoy your prep. We'll see you on Olympia stage.
Thank you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
All right, guys. Did K-Fit just get out of here?
I think she jumped too. It's okay.
Well, we will just end it out. We are so happy to have Natoshia Coleman come on and join us and let us know what's going on for the Olympia. We got a little background into her. Did you get a chance to watch the Chicago Pro?
So I was like looking at it from people's stories, but by that time it was already like decided and all that stuff. But I thought she had it. I knew she had that show. So
I didn't think she had it. I mean, she looked phenomenal, but she was. I think maybe you have to be there. She looked phenomenal, but it was like, to me, the standard of bikini. I wanted her to have it. I want someone from Atlanta to win Chicago Pro being in Atlanta. But I think she came in just a tad bit too lean. I think same condition and everything she had filled out, hands down, she should have got that. So, I was glad to see a lot of Atlanta people up there as well. So,
Jordan shocked me. I didn't know she would pop up there like that.
Yes, Jay, she looked really good. Mignon, she came out of nowhere. I mean, that's
top 3.
Oh, absolutely love that. Right?
And what about like Brittany Dame? Like they represented this weekend.
Yeah, they did great. Brittany, oh my goodness, like just getting to know her this year and everything that she started and going through and not giving up, and for her to make the Olympia with the points, like she just needed that 5th place to make the Olympia.
That's it.
That was incredible to me. Like literally 2 Olympians that show. That was awesome.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I am so excited to her, and we hope to have her on here. I'll reach out to her, give some insight as well. But we are going to be out. Cheers to next week. So good seeing you, love. Have a good night.
Good seeing you too. Bye, Sonny.